What's happening, everyone? TomGorian here. Welcome back to another Last to First challenge on F1 24. Today we are going to be doing a Last to First challenge around the Saudi Arabian circuit in Jeddah to celebrate the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which is taking place this weekend. It's time to do a Last to First challenge in Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. This is, I'm not going to lie, one of my favourite circuits of the F1 calendar. It's a street circuit, it's tight and twisty, it's got fast corners, it's got slow speed corners, and in my opinion, it's a great circuit to drive on. If you like what you see, then hit the subscribe button. Now, we have just got past 1,000 subscribers. I'll make a video on that very soon as far as my plans to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. But as you can see, there are the settings I'm doing. Standard damage, 102 AI difficulty with no line, no assist whatsoever. So, without further ado, let's see if we can go from last to first.
Welcome from the Jeddah Street Circuit for what we hope is going to be a gripping spectacle of racing. It's time to get underway as we join the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Sainz, Gasly, Perez, Ocon, Magnussen, Russell, Bottas, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Joe, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Albon, Sargent, and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me today...
Try to put the starting position out of your mind and just focus on the race ahead. We can still do a good job here today.
Alright, let's see how good of a job we can do around this circuit. I'm going to lower the fuel to 1.2 laps. We should make it to the end, and there is my setup. I'm going to increase the tyre pressures just a little bit, just to help with straight line speed, and reduce the front anti-roll bar to get more rotation and more responsiveness in the front end. Wings are quite low. They're around about 2314. I should have realistically went more front wing because they have updated this track. If you remember, this was one of the circuits that they have updated along with Qatar and also Silverstone as well. Most of the runners are on the medium tyres, while Stroll and I believe they have the Kick Saubers are on the soft tyres. Anyway, away we go. Last to first challenge around Saudi Arabia. Let's see what we can do from last on the grid. Taking the outside line in towards turn 1, and I'd say this first chicane at the start is very, very complex. As far as the start, you want to be taking the outside line, and then especially in towards this corner right here. The outside line is the way to go because you can determine what line the car on the inside takes, and eventually the car on the inside will have to back out. But yeah, start of the first lap, just making sure that the car is fine, and you're going to see the beginning of the overtake montage down in towards the final corner on the inside of Yuki Tsunoda on the end of the first lap. And I believe we are going to get Lance Stroll on the next lap as well as we start, and we do a 38.7, but in towards lap 2, and I believe this is 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. 10, 11, I believe, down the inside in 10, 11 of the bank, the slight bank 10, 11, and we overtake Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin on the soft tyres. Notice how the car just slides mid-corner as well. And as you can see, right there, that is the beginning of my damage. I get underfloor damage on the curbs, and I don't know if it's because I'm running my ride height too low to the point where I can't ride the curbs as much, or if simply, you know, if it's on standard where the floor can get damaged on this game. But we overtake Lewis Hamilton as well in the Mercedes, and we're now going to overtake Nico Hülkenberg and Hamilton's teammate George Russell to be in the top 10. Around the outside we go in towards the final corner. We have to leave the space as always. All the time you have to leave the space, aka Fernando Alonso in 2K10. Lap 4, and we are already into the points, and this has actually gone quite well, believe it or not, and surprisingly I'm running no line, and this is one of the only tracks where I actually feel really comfortable running no line on. I don't know why. I think it's just because of just the momentum of the circuit. I do think that this circuit is more of a Mario Kart circuit, if anything else, with the high-speed corners and the long straights. And, you know, the point is this: if you don't have DRS around here, if you're outside DRS range, especially on this game, then you've got no chance of getting a good result. As we go down the outside of Esteban Ocon in the Alpine, exiting the final corner. Now it's going to be a drag race between me and the French driver as we go now in towards turn 1. We're going to tuck him back into the slipstream and then tuck out on the inside. Down the inside we go, as our teammates Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri, they're having a battle there, and Sainz wins against Piastri. By the way, how good was Piastri's win in Bahrain last week? And he was able to hold off George Russell, and his pace, like, I can't lie, the McLaren seems to be a more controllable car for Oscar than it does for Lando. But yeah, clearly Oscar is driving in a world of his own right now, and hopefully he can keep it up as we head towards the real-life Saudi Grand Prix this weekend. Anyway, lap 8, and we're going to overtake our teammate Carlos Sainz on the run down in towards this quick chicane. And one of the problems I have with this game when it comes to the AI is the fact that they battle too hard, to the point where, as you can see, already by lap 8, we're already on the front runners of Norris and Gasly as well. They're going side by side, and already within literally less than 10 laps, we've went from last to potentially first. So we're going to get one overtake on Gasly, and now maybe a second around the outside in towards turn 2. But we have the title line, and Norris has the better traction and the exit, and we're going to tuck him behind. We do eventually get Norris, however, on lap 10. We're going to come in for our one only stop from the mediums to the soft tyres, because 1, this is a night race, and temperatures are not out of control, and 2, yeah, tyre wear is not really that existent on this track. However, we do get held. It was a 2.4 second estimated stop time. However, we have got held to let the other cars go, and we are now back out onto the race circuit as we exit the final corner. And this is our beginning of our fastest lap of the race on the beginning of lap 12, and we're going to jump from 8th all the way to, I believe, the lead of the race. I don't know. I think Leclerc. Let's see, so where am I? Entering turn 2, yeah, so yeah, we're back into the lead now of the race. We've got Ocon and Piastri just behind us there. And now we're going to see what our quickest lap time is around here. Our previous was a 1:31.554. Cross the line now, and it's a whole second quicker. Well, just enough near a whole second quicker of a 1:30.585. And as you can see, lap 15 out of 18, I've absolutely nailed that turn 1 and 2 complex. It's really a good sequence of corners if you get it right. It's going to brake exactly at the 100-meter board and literally turn in as soon as you downshift in towards 4th gear. We're exiting the final corner. It's the second episode of this Last Affair series. However, we're going to get our first win of the Last Affair series. Checkmate in Jeddah.
Checkered flag.
So happy. So happy. Congratulations.
Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory, he wins!
They had to be work for it today.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
So there's an Alpine and there's also a Red Bull on the podium in Saudi. Is that a precursor for things to come? I know Pierre Gasly had a good result at the Bahrain Grand Prix this weekend, finishing P7. There's a little less said about Max Verstappen, the better, but who knows? Anything can happen around the circuit. It's a fun circuit to drive on, and we've just proven that we can go from last to first in Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. And who knows? Maybe Charles Leclerc will win this weekend. Who knows? Maybe the track surface and the track layout will suit the Ferraris more than they will the McLarens. But that is that for the second video of the Last Affair series. Our first win here in Saudi Arabia. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more F1 24 and soon F1 25 gameplay, F1 25 news, and all that stuff as we head towards F1 25 season. Thanks for watching. If you smell what the Scouse one is cooking, see you later in a bit.